How you guys doing? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. We have Trump. They are jealous of Michelle Obama and President Barack Obama. And this video explains it all. The American people have spoken. And they are saying that Melania, they wanted her to be just like Obama, to sound like her. And they still upset because Melania and Trump, we can just see what it is. I mean, it's nothing but a man and its prostitute. It's no family. It's no family values. There's no traditional values. There's no love. It's just a man and his prostitute. And when you look at Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, you see love. You feel the love. You feel the inspiration. And that is something that cannot be mocked and it cannot be mimicked. So people, the American people that is, are speaking out about this. And I want you guys to hear what they got to say. And I just want to say thank you all for the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions here. Let's please keep it coming. We can do better, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I want you guys to check this out.
Melania Trump is the worst first lady of modern times. I don't want to be mean, but come on.
Michelle Obama gives a speech, and everyone loves it. It's fantastic. They think she's absolutely great. My wife, Melania, gives the exact same speech. And people get on her case. And I don't get it. I don't know why.
Barack and I were raised with so many of the same values. Like, you work hard for what you want in life.
The values that you work hard for what you want in life.
That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
That your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
That you treat people with dignity and respect.
That you treat people with respect.
Because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them. Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
Michelle Obama was a better first lady than Melania Trump.
Melania Trump is the worst first lady of modern times. She's just like her husband, making a ton of money by being first lady, selling shit, getting $40 million for a documentary from Jeff Bezos and Amazon. But more importantly, doing nothing to help her adopted country.
What you're doing, and go watch Michelle Obama's speech at the opening and dedication of the Obama Presidential Library today. It is beautiful. I teared up multiple times. First of all, the way she talks about him in a personal sense and about their relationship, like, they're couples goals. Like, they're really actually in love. They actually like each other. They're a true partnership. It's so beautiful and decent and wholesome and admirable. It's just beautiful. She says to him at one point, Barack, I'm going to need you to look at me before she starts talking about their relationship. And he laughs and he's like, nope, I'm going to look down, because he's trying not to cry. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then Michelle makes this joke, which is really funny, about how he won a Nobel Peace Prize and how great that is. And her tone is obviously mocking Trump. And then Hillary is sitting behind Barack, and you can audibly, the camera's not even on her. It's on Michelle as she's saying this, but you can audibly hear Hillary Clinton burst out laughing. It's so funny. You have to go watch it anyway, because it's just a nice reminder of what a decent human being looks and sounds like. And by the way, polling came out today, and Trump is crashing out because of this dedication today. And the polling that came out that says that 57% of the electorate views him favorably, and only 34% view Trump favorably. So terrible polling for him, great polling for Obama. And he's just watching this and just so jealous because Melania would never say that because he knows that he paid for her. It's a nice moment of remembering that we once had decency in the Oval Office. It's worth your time.
The masculinization of black women is nothing new. We have been dealing with this since slavery. Even Harriet Tubman had to have a whole speech and let people know, ain't I a woman? We have been trying to prove that we have been women for so many years. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. But it's the fact that people are so goddamn disrespectful to Michelle Obama. She don't even be saying shit to y'all. Mind you, these people ain't been in the White House in 10 motherfucking years. Since I was in high school. And y'all still talking about this lady. She better than me. Cause I swear to God, I be calling people all type of fucking slurs. You wanna talk about me? And y'all be saying it's racism with racism. Hell no, it's not. You cannot dictate how people respond. That lady be so poised. She be so humble. She literally be killing racism with kindness. And I'm not that type of person. I have not reached that level of maturity. But this is not nothing new. Y'all did the same thing to Sierra. Y'all did the same thing to Megan Thee Stallion. Any beautiful black women, hell, Alandria. Y'all always trying to transvestite somebody. And for what? Mind you, she got 2 fucking beautiful black children.
At every turn, always focused, always calm, always looking at the long view. How absurd it is to even imagine that you might have buckled under the pressure even once, lashed out in frustration, lost your temper. How absurd it is to imagine that you might have done anything but make our family and this entire country proud. No, you were too busy. I'm not done, y'all. Not done. So much to say. You were doing the people's work, rescuing our economy, expanding health care, ending a war, ordering the bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize. Keeping us safe from Ebola, regulating the banks, standing up for marriage equality, listening to science, and comforting an entire nation in the face of unspeakable tragedies. And you did it all with such grace and class and cool that you made the hardest job in the world look like a walk in this beautiful park.
And Donald Trump is the exact opposite of everything she just said right there.
You see it the other day, Melania walks out in a surprise move to talk about her and the Epstein files, and she answered questions that nobody was asking. And it just reminds me that this is as good a time as any to say, Melania Trump is the worst first lady of modern times. I don't want to be mean, but come on. She's just like her husband, making a ton of money by being first lady, selling shit, getting $40 million for a documentary from Jeff Bezos and Amazon. But more importantly, doing nothing to help her adopted country. Virtually nothing. Just think about what wives of both Democrats and Republicans have done. First ladies. Nancy Reagan had her Just Say No to Drugs campaign. It wasn't terribly effective, but she tried her best and she stuck with it. Both Barbara Bush and her daughter-in-law, Laura Bush, pushed literacy in America, as did Dr. Jill Biden. When Hillary Clinton was first lady, she pushed hard for health care reform, and she knew her stuff. In fact, she testified before Congress about health care reform. Michelle Obama, who has one of the highest popularity ratings of anyone, and who was a very high-level lawyer before she got into the political sphere. She led a whole national conversation about kids' health, about movement, about nutrition. Now, what did Melania do? She's been First Lady now for more than 5 years. What has she done? She had that Be Best campaign for like a minute and a half. That was anti-bullying, anti-cyberbullying, anti-bullying in general, while married to the biggest bully in American history. Go figure. But I think what she'll be most remembered for, aside from the fact that she's the only First Lady that has nude pictures of her all over the internet, aside from that, was the jacket that said in the back, "I really don't care. Do you?" When did she wear that? On her way to visit a center for migrant children. You got that? Other women have used the role of First Lady to make America better. They had campaigns, they stuck to it. They did their best. Listen, folks, this isn't about politics. It's about what you do or don't do with one of the most visible platforms in the world. History will remember what any person does in that position. So up to now, what's been Melania's legacy? I'll wait.
Michelle Obama is
Donald Trump and called him out for never winning a Nobel Peace Prize, unlike her husband. And she said a lot of other things about him, too. This was awesome.
You were unflappable at every turn.
She's talking about her husband.
Always calm. Always looking at the long view. How absurd it is to even imagine that you might have buckled under the pressure even once.
Trump did.
Lashed out in frustration.
Trump does.
Lost your temper.
Trump.
How absurd it is to imagine that you might have done anything but make our family and this entire country proud.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
You were doing the people's work. Rescuing our economy, expanding health care, ending a war, ordering the bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize.
Perfect. I love how she just bounces back after getting insulted in the most vulgar way possible at the UFC White House event, comes out unfazed, and drops a speech like this. Man, I miss her. I miss the Obamas.
Stop what you're doing and go watch Michelle Obama's speech at the opening and dedication of the Obama Presidential Library today. It is beautiful. I teared up multiple times. First of all, the way she talks about him in a personal sense and about their relationship, like they're couples goals. Like they're really actually in love. They actually like each other. They're a true partnership. It's so beautiful and decent and wholesome and admirable. It's just beautiful. She says to him at one point, "Barack, I'm going to need you to look at me," before she starts like talking about their relationship. And he laughs and he's like, nope, I'm going to look down, because he's trying not to cry. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then Michelle makes this joke, which is really funny, about how he won a Nobel Peace Prize and how great that is. And her tone is obviously mocking Trump. And then Hillary is sitting behind Barack, and you can audibly, like the camera's not even on her, it's on Michelle as she's saying this, but you can audibly hear Hillary Clinton burst out laughing. It's so funny. You have to go watch it anyway, because it's just a nice reminder of what a decent human being looks and sounds like. And by the way, polling came out today, and Trump is crashing out because of this dedication today. And the polling that came out that says that 57% of the electorate views him favorably, and only 34% view Trump favorably. So terrible polling for him, great polling for Obama. And he's just watching this and just so jealous, because Melania would never say that, because he knows that he paid for her. It's a nice moment of remembering that we once had decency in the Oval Office. It's worth your time.
It was like medicine for me, because the time seemed so dark, and, politics is like, I never wanted to know this much about anything, especially politics. But now, today was a celebration of culture and community.
You are, I would argue, one of the funniest people on the planet. But it's true. And that's also a medicine. So the healing of just sort of laughter, and there was a lot of it, including, I just wanted to know what you thought about the joke about the tan suit, because the brother wore a tan suit and then said, "How y'all like my tan suit?"
Yeah, I thought that was very funny. And I think people long for the days where the scandal was as deep as the tan suit. It's gotten so much worse. But today also made me hopeful. And politics, sometimes life it's like weather. You just got to push through it, and eventually the clouds will break. You know, not to disparage the current president, but these are tough times, you know, and today reminded me of times that weren't as tough. But we didn't even know they weren't as tough. I'm looking at Bush today like, man, I can't believe I used to not like that guy. And then I'm looking, you know what I mean? Now it's fun to see him smile. It was fun to see 4 ex-presidents together smiling. And it reminded us in the subtext that we all on the same team.
Michelle Obama just brought down the house at the Obama Presidential Library opening, praising President Barack Obama for, among other things, winning the Peace Prize. You have to watch this moment that is going to go viral.
Michelle Obama's speech at the opening of the Presidential Library for Barack Obama is going to go viral. Part of the reason is she mentions the Peace Prize, which is going to drive Donald Trump absolutely insane because he thinks he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. But Obama is everything that Donald Trump never can be and never will be. Watch this.
You were unflappable.
America 250. Like, to be a black woman from the south side of Chicago and to be the most prominent woman in this country, like, you are the moment. Like, hearing her speech today for the Presidential Center opening up, like, it just made me think of, like, her storyline. And as we talk about, like, what it means for black people in this country and being an African-American woman, like, Michelle Obama is the epitome of how far America has come in these 250 years. And just like hearing her speak and knowing the career she has built for herself and the life experience that she has had as the first lady, I could never imagine what that feeling is like. Like, we already know that black women are the leaders of our community, and just knowing the position that Michelle Obama holds and the legacy that she carries and just her own individual story, it speaks for so many generations of black women who, you know, family ancestry come from this place, and the generations of, you know, young women that she has already inspired, but who she will continue to inspire. It just, like, it makes it so dope. So when I say Michelle Obama is American 250, that is what I mean. That she is what this country has worked so hard to not be. And we have still prevailed to become that. So you ate that. You really ate that.
Let me tell you something. When Michelle Obama gave her speech to her man, okay, because at that point, that speech was directly to her man. When she heaped that praise and used her words to build and honor her man, talking about his accomplishments, talking about his character, his moral fiber, his fortitude, his work ethic, talked about the pressure, the immense pressure he was under day in and day out as a black man holding the highest office, as the first to do what he was doing. Talked about him getting that Nobel Peace Prize. Hillary had a good little chuckle behind that. Sidebar, the cameraman was messy because she talked about how he was busy trying to fix the economy and how to end a war. They gonna put the camera on George W. Because we all know that he was trying to clean up that 8-year mess when he got elected. It was no easy feat, okay? But you know what? Not for nothing, George W., he was sitting there, he was taking it in stride, baby, like a normal person would. You know, sat there and took it in stride. But I said the cameraman is messy. Why y'all put the camera on him when she started talking about the economy and the war? But, you know, it was so beautiful to hear her speaking about Barack in that way, speaking about her husband in that way. You could just see the genuine love, the genuine adoration. Not like y'all's current first lady, who we know with every fiber in our being, she can't take her husband. She want no parts. That lady wants no parts. She said straight up, I don't know who y'all think staying in that White House, but I'm not. It's just such a contrast. Such a contrast. We need that normalcy back so bad. I mean, we need it back so bad, y'all. I'm telling you. It was a really beautiful and poignant moment to see that.
Can I tell you guys a secret? Okay, maybe it's not a secret per se, but I don't go around telling a lot of people this. Back when I was a little baby, I used to intern/volunteer for Barack Obama when he was running for Senate here in Illinois. So when Paul here asks if I have any plans around the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center, or if I plan on just going to take photos outside around the ceremony, the short answer is no. I wasn't invited to the Obama grand opening of his presidential center, or maybe my invitation got lost in the mail. I don't know. I would love to attend. And if anybody from Obama's team sees this and would like to invite me, I am completely free and available tomorrow to attend and cover this incredible event. It would be a full circle moment. But if not, it's okay. Unfortunately, if I'm not invited, I'm not going to go to the actual Obama Center to take photos outside, because unlike other events, presidential events, like the White House Correspondents' Dinner, this presidential event will have top-notch security. I don't think they're going to allow anybody that doesn't belong at the grand opening anywhere near the premises. But best believe, if I were able to get a last-minute invitation to Barack Obama's Presidential Center grand opening, I would get y'all the best behind-the-scenes coverage and interviews. And it's not like I'm new to this. I have met plenty of influential and powerful people, including celebrities. Exhibit A, I've already met Common, who will be at tomorrow's event. He's a lovely human being. Now, which one